If Link is Ordonian, then why does he have pointed ears when they don't? Traditionally, Hylians are depicted with pointed ears, while other races like human or Gerudo are depicted with rounded ones. So on the surface, this might suggest that Link is fundamentally different from the people of Ordon Village. The thing is, most other NPCs throughout Hyrule also have pointed ears like Link. So the real question isn't why Link has pointed ears, it's why the Ordonians don't. I want to draw attention to a character named Hannah, the owner of the fishing hole in Zora's River. In the fishing hole lobby, Hannah displays a portrait of the fishing hole man from Ocarina of Time. Like him, she's an avid fisher and also has an awkward itch animation. She implies that she could be his descendant. The fishing hole man has pointed ears, and Hannah has rounded ears. In the Fallen timeline as the hero of legend, we encounter characters with the same names and similar appearances as Milan, Talon, Ingo, and Guru Guru, yet they all have rounded ears despite their suspected ancestors having pointed ears. This could mean that ancestry alone doesn't determine ear shape. If pointed ears are associated with being born in Hyrule, then characters born outside of it, in places like Ordon, Holodrum, or Labrina, could still descend from Hylians while appearing fully human. When you're sneaking through Telma's bar as Wolf Link, you can overhear Shad revealing that Ordon Village is a neighboring province to Hyrule. It is possible that he was born within the borders of Hyrule, not Ordon Village, or perhaps being an incarnation of the hero supersedes location when it comes to what kind of ears you have. There may actually be some visual evidence for this when we look at another wielder of the Triforce, Ganondorf. When we're first introduced to Ganondorf in Ocarina of Time, he's depicted with rounded ears, consistent with the Gerudo of that era. But later in the game, after he touches the Triforce, we see him with pointy ears. From that point forward, in the Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, this same Ganondorf is always shown with pointed ears. It's explicitly the same individual from Ocarina of Time carried forward through the timeline. When Ganondorf touched the Triforce, it deemed him unbalanced. The full Triforce split, leaving him only with the Triforce of Power, while the remaining pieces went to Zelda and the Hero of Time. Even after their final battle, each wielder retained their fragment. Ganondorf was sealed away with power, Zelda remained in the present with wisdom, and Link returned to the past with courage. At the very start of Twilight Princess, the Hero of Twilight already bears its mark on his hand, implying that he inherited this from his ancestor before the story even begins. If contact with the Triforce visibly altered Ganondorf, giving him more Hylian-like ears despite being Gerudo, then it's worth considering that inheriting the Triforce of Courage could explain why the Hero of Twilight has pointed ears, even though it's implied that he's Ordonian.